You know our next guest from 7 seasons of Saturday Night Live. She's a very funny person with a show based loosely on her own life. It's called I Love That For You. It premieres April 29th on the Showtime app and May 1st on Showtime. Please welcome Vanessa Bayer. Vanessa, forgive me if this is an indelicate or inappropriate question,
Yes.
but do you celebrate 420, if you know what I mean?
I don't celebrate it like as much as I celebrate other holidays, but I do give it its,
You do. At what age did you first encounter marijuana, as they call it?
Yes, well, my parents, my brother and I, when we were sort of in middle school, found a lot of my parents' weed, I think they kept it in the freezer, and sometimes we would find rolling papers in my mom's purse, and we would write her notes on them.
Oh, really?
We went to go get snacks or whatever, and she was embarrassed by that, but then she was more embarrassed when I told so many people about it.
Yeah, right, yeah. So your parents were druggies, were stoners in general.
Yeah, big druggies.
Did you ever see them high?
Well, I don't know that I ever saw them high, but one time we went on a family trip where my brother and I got very high, where we were in Seattle. And honestly, a family trip 6 years ago, it wasn't really that long ago. Whatever. But it was kind of before weed was legal in a lot of states. So we were in Seattle. We went to this dispensary. We thought it was so cool. And my brother's friend had told him that you had to have at least 40 milligrams of weed in order to feel like anything, like in an edible.
Of THC.
Of THC,
yeah.
sorry, of THC.
Yes, that is a tremendous amount of THC to consume.
It's a tremendous amount.
Yes.
So my brother and I bought this bag of caramels, and he had 60 milligrams worth, and I had 40 milligrams.
Oh my God, really?
We should have known that we were finishing the whole bag, that was a sign that we were having a lot. Anyways, we got so super high, and
were you I might have to make myself throw up high, or were you oh, this is great, get me some more caramels high?
I just remember I didn't realize I was high, but then I'd start laughing so much, and then I would get lucid, and It be like, whoa. And of course we were in a hotel room, and we were watching Shallow Hal. And it was so hard for me to understand, and I kept reversing the plot. I thought the wrong people were some people were nice who were actually mean. It's a complicated plot anyway, but I just was like, what is happening? This movie is so trippy.
This show that you've made is based on a real story, your real life and circumstances from your. Well, share that if you
Well,
would.
yes, a lot of it. It's based on someone who survived childhood leukemia to go and live their dream as a home shopping host, which is something real. I had childhood leukemia, and I went, to live my dream as a guest on your show.
Yeah. It's some dream. So. When you were a kid, did you watch the home shopping channel?
Yeah, I watched a lot of home shopping. I really loved it. I was so mesmerized by the way that they, that they touch the products, and that the hosts interact with things. And I always thought it was so interesting, and I always wanted to buy everything. I didn't get to buy a ton of stuff because I was a kid and I didn't have, my own money. But I would just loved all the stuff,
Interesting.
Yeah.
And you wanted everything that you saw.
And I wanted everything, yes.
That's strange, because kids will watch cartoons and they see the toys and they want them, but you wouldn't necessarily what kinds of things would you want?
The cartoon, I would like rings and homewares. I mean, I was just kind of a sophisticated kid, I guess. But just I loved all the jewelry and the clothes and the shoes, and I thought, these ladies know where it's at.
So when you take on this role, you have this idea, do you contact any of the people who actually do it to find out what it's really like?
So my co-creator, Jeremy Byler, and I went on a tour actually of the real QVC, and it was cool.
Is that in Florida?
It's actually it's outside of Philadelphia, in Pennsylvania.
Wow.
Yeah.
How unexpected.
It was, yes. And I got to meet my two favorite hosts from growing up, Jane Tracy and Mary Beth Rowe. They're still hosts there. And they like talked to Jeremy and I. They gave us like this whole story about like, they told us all about their careers and all the crazy, they get crazy calls sometimes on the air. And it was just so incredible to like see these women and see this place, which is like a huge operation. You walk in and there's all these monitors from other countries and stuff that have QVC, and yeah, it's really incredible.
They're keeping an eye on those too to see what's going on.
Yeah.
Did you learn like to do anything from them?
Well, I think I've just learned over the years from watching them. Just like, you have to like touch the products and talk about their quality and kind of just why they're so versatile for, day, evening, if you're out with the kids or you're, maybe you're going to the theater one night or you just want to walk into the room and just be the star of the room. This item that.
How do you touch an item? Like, could you do like my mug? How would you present that to the home audience were I to be, or these are for sale.
Oh my gosh, so this is a beautiful mug, and I almost first of all, I love how it sits in my hand. It just sits like I feel comfortable with this. Thank you so much. And it's almost like a porcelain feel. And this isn't gonna break, all of those things that you worry about with your classic mugs, are they dishwasher safe? Yes, spoiler alert. And just, it's got some beautiful drawing on it. And just, look at these details. These are really nice details. Look at that checker on the cab. That's really whimsical for, a family member. This is sort of a mug for everyone. And look, it's got people of different ages on it for everyone. It's got a dog. It's just, and look at that. Take a little time to enjoy the view. Now, words to live by.
And you have beautiful hands as well.
Thank you so much. You have to have your nails done, and this isn't really even enough rings. I feel like the hosts wear, you have to wear like a million rings.
All right. Well, next time you come, bring more rings. We'll sell some mugs. What the hell?
I will. Can I keep this?
Yeah, of course. Well, I think you just bought it. The show is called I Love That For You. It premieres on the Showtime app on April 29th, and then May 1st on Showtime itself. Vanessa Bayer, everybody. Thank you, Vanessa. We'll be back with Noah Cyrus. If you like that video, click subscribe, and we'll be together until one of us dies.